Ladies, the hot social season is upon us. We have finally arrived at the very long-awaited return of the one and only
Bridgerton.
This season, fans are finally getting a glance at the love story, perhaps, between Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton. And while we get a closer peek into their lives, we are also being introduced to a new character that is sure to bring in some heat and some power.
My apologies. I thought you were
a man? Why? Because a lady could not possibly have an interest in engineering.
What is the use of such a balloon, Lord Hawkins?
I am sorry, but is this tent a balloon? Because you all are certainly filling it with air. This man's ingenuity will drive forth practical progress. I came here to listen to someone who thinks differently, not to hear the familiar chorus of what cannot be done.
Done.
I don't know her, but I love her.
She's done.
Yes, mic drop. Our next guest is playing Lady Tilly Arnold in the upcoming season. So joining us now to chat more on her character is actress Hannah New.
Hannah New.
Pleasure. So nice to meet you.
It is so lovely to meet you. Have a seat.
How's it going?
Well, you are just shaking things up.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She means business.
Listen, before we get into the business of the business,
yes.
Lord Lamb?
you have correspondence. It is the social season,
Of course.
and you can feel free to.
read.
It's a message from Lady Whistledown.
Lady Whistledown wants you to buy bacon, eggs, cheese at the bodega.
Okay, that will ensure that you will be courted appropriately.
Thank you.
You
Thank you. I feel
BEC
very looked after today.
If you know, you know. Getting invited and getting the tea from Lady Whistledown is a big part of this franchise.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, this franchise took the world by storm when it landed on Netflix. Were you a fan? Were you a Bridgerton fan?
Massively. Like, it was so wonderful. The first time I watched it, actually, I live kind of WhatsApped with my best friend. I was like, have you seen this? It's so brilliant.
It is.
And it just, and we still do that, and I can't wait to do it for season 3 now.
You and the rest, literally the rest of the world. I
yeah.
feel like once a week we're just like, we can't wait
We
for
can't wait
Bridgerton.
for it
We
to
can't
be
wait any
out.
longer.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about what's happening? Because we saw a little scene where you kind of staked your claim. You're like, I am here, and that's it.
She just means business.
Yes.
She really does. And it's just really refreshing to get given a role where she's a woman who's in society, but she can leave society because she is the widow. As we know, the town is kind of run by the widows.
The
That's
town.
right.
But she has, had a love marriage before, but she enjoys coming in and out of society, and she is somebody who's very sex positive, somebody who's very confident, somebody who controls her own estate, but she's also very cultured, so she loves to go to the theatre, so she brings this kind of other air to the ton, and I think it's something that is very attractive to certain members of the Bridgerton family.
I'm gonna go to the ton.
I would like
I'm gonna
to
go to the ton right now. You know, I know nothing, obviously. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I've only seen the teasers.
Yeah.
She strikes me as someone who would get along quite swimmingly with one Lady Danbury.
Oh yeah, I think like Lady Danbury is the archetype. You know, she
Right.
really is, an absolute powerhouse.
Right.
And I think Tilly is also a woman after her own heart. So
Love this. More of this.
For
More
those
of this
of
in
you
the ton.
Yeah, and for those of you who have not seen seen Bridgerton, your character and Lady Danbury, they're very modern women.
Yes.
In a not so modern
Modern time.
society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely are anomalies because they can kind of push forwards, but they do it in very subtle ways, which is really beautiful to watch. And you see women wielding their power in ways that is really so refreshing.
Yeah.
And I hope it's inspiring to people.
It already is.
Trust when I say. Now, so you are this kind of, you're taking on the ton by storm.
Yeah.
How did you, Hannah, how did this role come to be for you? And then how do you get into such a powerful female role?
Yeah, it was quite the moment when I received the casting. I was like, oh God, this is never going to happen. So just have fun with it, just go there and really enjoy it and, go with the spirit of the show and, embody this character. And it was funny because the description of the character only had 3 words.
What?
One of which I can't actually say on live TV. So it was...
You'll tell us afterwards.
It was bad, beep,
Darcy.
Okay.
So,
here for
yeah.
it. Yep. Here
And
for
I was
it.
like, right, okay, I think I can do that.
I can do that.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it on. So, yeah, it was just so much fun. And then, you know, when I got the call, I literally was skipping and dancing and going crazy. And my family were out on the balcony, and they were like, what the hell is it? Like, and it feels like such a long time ago. I know everybody has waited so long to see this.
Yeah.
So,
It feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
but I hope that it, you know, that like it's worth it because people have worked so hard on this, and every single department is just fantastic. So, yeah, it's
We
quite
know it's
spectacular.
I don't
to
doubt
be.
it for a second.
It'll be a smashing success. Real
Yeah.
quick, this is not your first rodeo, madam. We saw you in the series Trust,
Yeah.
Black Sail. Then you expanded your family.
Yeah.
Briefly
Yeah.
tell us, how is life fuller and better, crazier?
Life has been absolutely amazing. I mean, everybody has been through such a hard time with the pandemic and everything. So we've all come out of that, and you know, I've been so blessed to have a wonderful family, and I live on a farm in the west of Ireland. So when I'm not like in ball gowns, I'm in wellies and you know, and overalls.
You're not, you know, harvesting crop in this fit.
Not quite in this outfit,
Okay.
Okay.
but it's such a pleasure to get into it.
Oh my God!
Get you
you know,
a woman
I love
who can do
agri-chic.
both.
Oh my God! Look at this! Look at you!
Well, listen, you got to come back another time and talk to us about this side of you.
Please.
Thank you. Yeah,
Kinda
I'd love
new.
to. I'd absolutely love to.
Fantastic. We cannot wait to get to know you in season 3. By the way, part 1 of season 3 of Bridgerton. I can't even do it justice.
Bridgerton.
Thank you, Marisol.
Love it.
It streams
Perfect.
on, oh my gosh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
May 16th on Netflix.